So let's swing back to LeBron. I'm actually curious if you're watching right now and you're joined in the chat and you can text in your opinions. We'll just put them up as we're going. But the big question: what does LeBron need to do this offseason? What is the thing he needs to focus on? And we'll just approve comments as they pop up. Zach, you want to go first on this one?
I think LeBron just needs a better three-point shot. Just don't really buy into the whole post-game thing. I think it's good enough that where if they actually use it, whether he's passing out of it or whether he's trying to score, it's a good enough post-game for what they need. As far as like what's really going to make him better, he needs a three-point shot. If you shoot better than 33%, he needs Maverick Carter not to run his public image. If you shoot better than 33% from three, you're just going to be a lot more dangerous, especially with his skill set.
I think you could really stand to develop a shot that nobody does just to make fans fall back in love with him. So I would suggest working on a three-point hook shot because nobody really does that, and I think that would get people back on the side. We have a question from the audience, or a comment, I should say. Catch and shoot three or shoot off the dribble three? That's phrased oddly. I would say catch and shoot three because he's shooting not as much off the dribble, sharing the load with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. So you got to be more Ray Allen than Kobe Bryant in that situation. So there you go.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think that LeBron, and Ethan, you kind of touched on this earlier. The main thing to work on with him is just footwork all over the court. He's got, for someone who's as quick and as able to get to the basket whenever he wants, he work more. I don't think. Yeah, they got to run that play for him. I think that he's really has some weak fundamentals when it comes to his game on the perimeter and in the post on his jab steps. His first step isn't quite as quick or as devastating as it could be. So I think that working on his game via his footwork in general is going to be the most powerful thing he can do, because he's got such strong legs and he's so explosive, but a lot of times he gets off balance for someone who's got the capacity to be on balance at all times. And you see it in the post. Marion was able to push him, which you wouldn't see that coming. Keep bringing them in. Good. Yeah, this is from Nick Flint. The Heat need more floor spacing. LeBron in the post helps the defense by shrinking the floor, probably. Classic Nick Flint, undermining his own sentiment. I think that's right, though. I think that when he's in the post, you're going to have Bosh basically spotting up and Wade cutting. You can't swing it to Wade and have him shoot a three. So you're kind of limited if you put him in the post. I like spacing the floor out as much as possible, kind of like the Mavericks did, and really, really pressuring teams to cover the whole court, which bringing him to the perimeter as a shooter would definitely do. Boo that. I think he's got a great left.
What? He can't dribble with his left.
What? He goes left all the time.
To pull up for jumpers, if he drives to the left, it fumbles it away.
No,
he can't dribble left.
He's ambidextrous. He finishes left all the time. What are you talking about?
Ambidextrous? That's ridiculous. Just because you can I write left-handed and dribble right-handed.
Well, that's because you're weird. I don't know what that has to do with anything. That's just you being.
That's his ambidextrous.
Dexterous, that's ridiculous. Sounds like an Eminem lyric to me. That's all I really have to add.
Oh man, if you were LeBron's therapist, what would you ask him?
I would ask him, what should you do?
What should he do? No, I would ask him about what he was thinking about on the court and what he was thinking about right afterwards, because the thing that really freaked me out about the LeBron meltdown was how he didn't seem to be that devastated afterwards. Like, Bosh was obviously wrecked. Wade, I think was just angry more than anything else. And I was just I thought LeBron's response was very curious, how he seemed to not be as broken down. And LeBatard had a great point where they like, what, you want him to do that in front of the same people who've been criticizing him all year? But it still kind of freaked me out that didn't register, that he didn't feel comfortable showing that emotion.
We have a Laker question. That franchise still exists, apparently. Do you see the Lakers moving one or two of their three bigs this summer from Dan Kahn? Kahn! I guess I could see it, but I also think that the whole Dwight Howard for Andrew Bynum thing might be a pipe dream, just because they can't sign somebody, so the only option is through trade. And frankly, I think somebody else would have a better package for Dwight Howard if it came down to that. So I don't really see it going that way. And Zach, what do you think? Let's throw this.
I really think like they'll put together, maybe some better role players or something, maybe try to get some shooters, which they actually need. I don't think they're really going to move, Andrew Bynum. They're definitely not going to move Gasol. I don't think really anyone's that. I mean, Odom's a great player, but I don't know that anyone really trusts him around the league for that price tag, just to unload a superstar into LA's lap. So I think that we'll see minor tweaking here and there. Maybe at the trade deadline, if we have a season next season, they'll make a move if things aren't going well. But I don't really see a whole lot of movement with this team.
Hey, yeah, I don't think that they're gonna move a lot. They've got a new coach. It seems like kind of doing everything as well as they can with what they have is going to be plenty of change. I think bringing in a player of comparable talent to any of their three current bigs is going to be almost impossible. The main thing is they got to find shooters, because they ran into an issue where, sort of like the Heat, you could load up on the paint with them and close out to shoot. Like the one shooter. In this case, kind of Kobe was the person they really wanted to keep off the line, even though he's not an incredible shooter. And, that was it. And if Powell plays better, or if LeBron plays to his averages, maybe it's the Lakers and Heat, and the Mavericks don't win. But I'd be surprised if the Lakers throw away what is basically the most powerful front line in the league.